If you are pregnant or know someone who is, it can be thrilling and scary, but there are many things you just don't know or cannot predict.
In a very candid book, one new mommy has published her daily pregnancy diary unedited. Nadine Bubeck is a new author as well as a new mommy, and she's here to tell us all about her roller coaster journey. Nadine, thanks for coming down.
Thank you for having me, and unedited is the key here because I decided to publish it as is, exactly as I wrote it in real time.
So you're actually journaling from the start of when you were actually trying to get pregnant.
Yes. Okay. So my husband and I decided it's time to start trying to conceive, and I thought the whole process was comical. I mean, a lot of women go through this. They put their legs in the air after doing the deed to make things happen, and it happened for us, but I wrote about it because it was funny, at the same time stressful, because we wanted to get pregnant so bad. Well, luckily we did. It happened right away for us, and then I became that kind of psycho OCD mom-to-be pregnant
You're a
lady.
first mom.
Because I'm a first mom, and there's so much out there about doing everything right. Eating the right foods, you have to sleep a certain way, so I did everything to a T. But then at 20 weeks pregnant, my doctor called me into her office and she said, Nadine, you have complete placenta previa, which means your life is at risk, your baby's life is at risk, you're likely going to bleed, be hospitalized, on bed rest, birth of preemie, all of which happened. And I journal throughout my son's 7-night stay in the NICU.
Wow.
Wow. So were you thinking of always being an author? Was that something that you've always wanted to do and this was just an opportunity? Or was it something that you're just like, okay, I find this comical, I want to journal about it a little bit?
You know, Amanda, writing has always been my passion. But during my pregnancy, writing became my therapy. It was my vice. It was my free form of therapy. So I turned to my laptop. My laptop, I write about it, became my BFF because I wrote about my thoughts, my feelings, and my emotions and the roller coaster of pregnancy. And I have always wanted to write a book. But I never in my wildest dreams thought my first book would be, here's my tell-all diary about my pregnancy.
Well, tell us about previa, because you were saying not many women know what it is and that they have it.
Well, here's the deal. Most women have a low-lying placenta, and usually it self-corrects by 20 weeks, by, mid-pregnancy. A full-term pregnancy is 40 weeks. Well, in my case, I had complete placenta previa. It did not self-correct. So at 20 weeks, my doctor said my placenta completely covered my cervix. So that really did put my life and my baby's life at risk. I was definitely going to eventually be on bed rest. It happened much sooner than expected. I was hospitalized, I had bleeding episodes, and I did, in fact, birth a preemie via C-section, because with a previa, you have to have a C-section.
And how is your little guy doing?
He is fantastic. He was born 4 pounds, 11 ounces. Next time you hold a 5-pound weight, my son was smaller than that.
Wow.
But he came out perfect. I mean, he can eat on his own, breathe on his own, and now he's 8 months old, thriving, and the love of my life. Next to my husband.
Right.
Of course. I had to add that in, because he'll watch it.
We got to throw that in.
Tell us about the time in the NICU, because, I mean, I think when people get pregnant, they never think, oh, we're going to be in intensive care with our new child.
Okay, well, it's funny you should say, because during our hospital tour, most people when they're pregnant, they take a hospital tour. We passed by the NICU, and I remember looking the other way, saying, I'm not even going to look at those doors, because that would never be my reality. I've always been invincible. Even with previa, there's no way this would happen to me or my child. It did. And walking into the NICU was walking into a whole nother world of babies, of nurses, of experts. It was the biggest blessing in disguise. It was a beautiful experience. The nurses couldn't have been more helpful, more compassionate, and more kind, and I learned so much being there. So I would say the NICU experience was really nice. I do. I have a very different outlook towards the NICU than the preconceived notion that I had before.
What's one of your biggest takeaways of your book?
My biggest takeaways for the reader, well, the question is really, why did I publish my diary? I mean, my poor husband, I'm divulging all our information, but he's super supportive. The deal is that many women have the misconception that pregnancy is supposed to be perfect. We all anticipate perfection in our life, and the truth is it's not. And I want women to know that imperfection is okay, to embrace the journey even if you have a bumpy ride, because it is a fantastic, beautiful experience, even from the hospital, even from the NICU, because becoming a mother is the greatest gift in the entire world in my eyes.
And you said you would do it again. Based on everything that you went through, you'd do it again.
I would do it in a heartbeat because, I mean, I look at my son now and I hold him and I see him smile and I see him laugh and we have this incredible bond of pregnancy and going through this journey together. I would do it in a heartbeat again.
Nadine, thank you
with the same outcome.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And you can read more and learn more from Nadine on her book's website, expectingperfect.com.
Coming up on the Morning Blend, you can help honor Tucsonans who interrupt the cycle of violence simply by signing up for brunch.
Plus, water seems to be a mirage in our desert city, but we'll tell you where this picture was taken, and it's only a drive away. That's right after this.